Eritrean cuisine is a fusion of Eritrea's native culinary traditions, social interchanges with other regions, and it shares similarities with other East African countries' cuisines, especially Ethiopia. Overview: the Ethiopian and Eritrean cuisines are the same with a subtle difference in the foods, given the shared history of the two countries. The main traditional food in Eritrean cuisine is zepi, served with taita and ilbert. A typical traditional Eritrean dish consists of injera accompanied by a spicy stew, which frequently includes beef, goat, lamb or fish. Overall, Eritrean cuisine strongly resembles that of neighboring Ethiopia, although Eritrean cooking tends to feature more seafood than Ethiopian cuisine on account of its coastal location. Eritrean dishes are also frequently lighter in texture than Ethiopian meals, as they tend to employ less seasoned butter and spices and more tomatoes. As in the zepi dorho delicacy, Eritrean cuisine strongly resembles those of neighboring Ethiopia and Somalia, except for the fact that Eritrean and Somali cooking tend to feature more seafood than Ethiopian cuisine on account of the coastal locations. A typical dish consists of injera accompanied by a spicy stew, which frequently includes beef, kid, lamb or fish. Eritrean dishes are also frequently lighter in texture than Ethiopian meals. They likewise tend to employ less seasoned butter and spices and more tomatoes, as in the zepi dorho delicacy. Additionally, owing to its colonial history, cuisine in Eritrea features more Ottoman and Italian influences than are present in Ethiopian cooking, including more pasta specials and greater use of curry powders and cumin. People in Eritrea likewise tend to drink coffee, whereas sweetened tea is preferred in Somalia. Christian Eritreans also drink soya and maize, while Muslim Eritreans abstain from drinking alcohol. Common foods and dishes. Eritrean food habits vary regionally. In the highlands, injera is the staple diet and eaten daily among the Tigrinya. When eating, diners generally share food from a large tray placed in the center of a low dining table. Numerous pieces of injera are layered on this tray and topped with various spicy stews. Diners break into the section of injera in front of them, tearing off pieces and dipping them into the stews. The stews that accompany injera are usually made from beef, chicken, mutton or vegetables. Most Eritreans, with the exception of the Savo, like the food hot and spicy. Berbere, a spice mixture that consists of a variety of common and unusual herbs and spices, accompanies almost all dishes. Stews include zigni, which is made with beef, dorho zepi, which is made with chicken, alicha, which is a vegetable dish made without berbere, and shiro, a puree of various legumes. In the lowlands, the main dish is akale, a porridge-like dish made from wheat flour dough. A ladle is used to make an indentation in the dough, which is then filled with a mixture of berbere and melted butter, and surrounded by milk or yogurt. When dining, a small piece of gaat is dipped into the berbere and the butter sauce, and then into the milk or yogurt. Influenced by its past as an Italian colony, Eritrean cuisine also features unique interpretations of classic Italian dishes. Among these specialties are pasta sauces spiced with berbere. Breakfast. Kitcha fit, a dish made from pieces of a hearty pancake tossed in clarified butter and spices, normally served for breakfast with a side of yogurt. Fit, made with torn up pieces of injera and usually leftover stew. It can also be made with a mixture of onions, berbere, tomatoes, jalapenos and butter instead of leftover stews. Gaat or akale, a porridge made of flour and water. served in a bowl with an indentation made in the center where clarified butter and Burberry are mixed. Yogurt is normally put on the sides surrounding the gaat. Gaat is similar and related to other stiff African porridge dishes like ugali, pap food and fufu, fuul, sautéed and mashed fava beans, served with onions, tomatoes, jalapenos, cumin, yogurt and olive oil. It is normally eaten with pieces of bread dipped in the dish to scoop out the bean mixture. Panettone. Due to the Italian influence on Eritrea, this bread is commonly served with tea during the coffee ceremony. Lunch. Dinner. Most dishes common to Eritrea are either meat-based or vegetable-based stews that are served over the spongy, fermented bread injera zepi, zigni, a spicy stew made with lamb, mutton, cubes of beef or ground beef and Burberry. Zorho, a spicy stew made with Burberry and a whole chicken. Kulwa, dibsi, sautéed meat, onions and Burberry served with the sauce. Alacha, a non-Burberry dish made with potatoes, green beans, carrots, green peppers and turmeric. Shiro, a stew made with ground chickpea flour and onions and tomatoes. Bursan. Bursan translates to lentils, which are often cooked with onions, spices, and tomatoes. This curry can be made with Burberry or without Burberry. Amli. Sautéed spinach, garlic and onions. Beverages. Soya is the name for the home-brewed beer common in Eritrea. It is made from roasted corn, barley and other grain and is flavored with gesho, a type of buckthorn leaf. The beverage is often made for celebrations. A sweet honey wine is also commonly served. The coffee ceremony is one of the most important and recognizable parts of Eritrean and Ethiopian cultures. Coffee is offered when visiting friends, during festivities, or as a daily staple of life. If coffee is politely declined, then tea will most likely be served.